Julie, again, it's an honor. Thank you for speaking with LATF today. I want to congratulate you on yet another stellar performance. I mean, you're an absolute film legend behind and the screen.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hélène, I mean, what a twist I was taken on this dark ride. And I'm curious, when you first read the script, did you immediately sense this? Because Hélène doesn't say, she says a lot without saying anything, in that female gaze, as Alice calls it. Did you know what was happening before you read the script, or did you sort of discover the mystery through Hélène and through the story on your own when you first read it?
You know, the minute I started reading it, I was taken by the story, right? It spoke to me about a father, psychologically abusive father, an egomaniac. So I don't know what, it just spoke to me. Like, I was like, you know, I really liked the story. I really, you know, there's nothing worse for a parent to hurt a child or a child creativity by, you know, being, I mean, you know, parents should never be competitive with their own children, or, you know, they should only wish them well, right?
Right.
But, you know, it's not the case in this. So I was taken right away because I was appalled by the character of Sinclair pretty quickly. And right away I started, you know, seeing Ellen at this kind of, you know, this mother fatale,
yeah,
you know, who kind of, she's middle-aged, she's you know, she's a mother, she's given up being who she is really to be the wife of, and it just spoke to me because I think she represents a lot of people I've met, or, you know, you know, luckily not too many, but you know, and not to that extent of you know, the destructive behavior of the men is not, you know, I've never met someone that destructive. But
hopefully
close,
not.
but not, yeah, no, hopefully not.
You may have not unraveled that
not closely, right? And so I was super intrigued throughout the very end. I was like, oh my God, this is exciting. This is exciting. So I was excited reading it, you know? Right. So it doesn't happen too often. And it's weird, it came at a time where I was kind of into film noir and watching a lot of film noir with my kid. And I was like, oh, I miss that genre, you know, that's kind of thriller, but film noir kind of, film noir is very typical, kind of like with guns and, you know, gangsters and stuff. But, you know, there was this, a kind of an upscale, you know, intellectual version of that, you know, and I was like, oh, that's exciting, you know.
There were a lot of powerful choices that you made, and I'm sure you guys made together, because it was such an intimate set, like when he pushes the vase and you say, that's my work, but it's just so controlled. I'm curious, with Alice at the helm as a director, what, I mean, obviously the script, you know, and the story initially attracted you, but how did you come on board? And also, it's such an intimate set. How does that compare to being on a larger set? Were you and Richard and Daryl able to sort of explore the characters more because it's such an intimate space?
First of all, the character kind of was, you know, the good thing about not writing your own part and not directing yourself, which I do often, is that you have the director and the writer you can ask questions to about how they see it, and you know, kind of feed yourself from that as well, and then you bring your thing as an actor. But you know, the set was very contained, very small, very quiet, very focused. Alice had very clear ideas of visuals and stuff, and how she wanted to approach the film visually, and also how she directed the actors. You know, Richard was very often in character throughout the entire day. He would come out of character when we would bump into him, but he was very secretive and all this, which helped a lot everyone, I think, to, you know, to relate to him in a way like, you know, he was Sinclair when we say cut, you know what I mean? So it was very, and I think it's his way of acting is like, he was very focused. I mean, he was charming and nice, and, you know, he wasn't Sinclair all the time, luckily, but, you know, but he would stay very focused in the character and the energy of the character throughout. So it was very helpful for everyone to keep that energy going and that tension going.
What would you like to tackle next? I mean, are you in the works? What's next on the plate?
I'm in the middle of directing a film right now. I'm week one into directing. So it's a satire. It's a comedy. It's French though. It's in French.
Wonderful.
So maybe it'll come to the US, maybe not. It's a French movie, so we'll see. But I'd like to do a US film after that. So I'm hoping to do an American film after that.
Well, thank you so much for speaking with me, and
Thank you so much.
congratulations again on a wonderful performance.
Thank you. Thank you so much.